including Katrina, who unfortunately is injured at the moment. But just before we hear from the Kildare chairperson, as I said, I'm joined by Anne-Marie Canlan, and Anne-Marie, looking forward to what hopefully will be a very competitive game. We can see the teams warming up in the background.
Yeah, exactly. It's mighty to have championship going ahead this year. It was in doubt for the last couple of months, so it's excellent to have both teams, and it's a must win for both teams. It's actually drying up a little bit now, but conditions will be a little bit slippy because it's been raining a lot throughout the morning, but I've no doubt a competitive game will be in store. If you look at last night's games, Dublin and Donegal, they were all really competitive games, and let's hope for the same here today.
We'll run through the starting 15s in a few minutes, but there is a bit of significant news for the Clare camp, Anne-Marie, in that Niamh O'Dea not starting, and she's been replaced by Chloe Maloney.
Yes, I think that Niamh was carrying a little bit of a knock. Now I know she played really well for the Clare Camogie yesterday, so I've no doubt that Niamh will feature probably earlier on in the game, and she'll be a great person to bring on. She has leadership skills, and she'll drive on the team when she does be introduced.
Just in terms of conditions, Anne-Marie, the breeze certainly is going to be a factor. Would you think that whoever wins the toss should play with the breeze or against it?
I think whoever wins the toss will have someone back maybe in defence, or whoever's playing against the breeze will have someone back in defence that might try and crowd it out. I do think that the wind will be a big factor today, so whoever works with that the best will come out on top. I think it's definitely going to be a big factor.
And it's also as well such an important game. It's a group of four, but only one team. That's important that we point that out to the viewers, that only one team qualifies for the All-Ireland semi-final.
Yeah, so today it's a huge game because these two teams will probably be the strongest in the group, and whoever wins this, it'll set them up nicely for the games next week and the week after. So they're out 4 weeks in a row, so there's no break at all. So it'll be, I think today is a huge step, and whoever wins today will probably top the group. Yeah.
We'll be hearing from the Kildare chairperson, Arthur Corrigan, in a minute, but just finally for now, Anne-Marie, I suppose 4 or 5 months ago we never would have thought that the players out here, the management teams, probably wouldn't have thought that they'd be playing championship football at all in 2020.
Exactly, and it's so important. I think it's really important for the people at home as well who cannot be here today that it's been live streamed. And I read an article during the week from a Donegal footballer, and she said she was never going to complain again about 6 a.m. in the morning training, or she was never going to complain about a running session. Like, football means so much to so many people around Ireland, and I think it's great that it's going ahead.
Thanks indeed to our match match analyst Anne-Marie Canlan. We'll be speaking again to Anne-Marie in a couple of minutes. In the meantime, we're going to speak now to the Kildare chairperson, Arthur Corrigan. We'll be speaking to Arthur in a minute. Just a couple of, I suppose, interesting points as regards the match here. There's a connection with the former Clare manager, Neil Moynihan, who was in charge of Clare when they got to the All-Ireland intermediate final back in 2016, and that's when they played Kildare. Kildare won that by a point. It was a very exciting game in Croke Park, and the Clare manager at the time, Neil Moynihan, is a brother of the current Kildare manager, so that's certainly, I suppose, a bit of a link between the two counties. Conditions here, as we said, not too bad given the time of year, given that it is, of course, the 1st of November, so hopefully the conditions will hold up, and that there is a bit of a breeze, and hopefully that Storm Aidan won't get any worse. It's certainly not too bad here in the Midlands. It was a bit breezy in the west this morning, but not too bad at the moment. As I said, I'm joined by the Kildare chairperson now, Arthur Corrigan. Arthur, thanks indeed for joining us. I suppose just give us a bit of insight into what Kildare have been at over the last few months. We're all in lockdown, so how did they keep it going?
They had to keep going themselves, the individual training plans and everything in the initial stages. But then I suppose for Kildare itself, we got hit with an extra lockdown on top of it, just when we were getting back. That knocked our club scene back a bit. So like our club championships didn't get to finish in time really, that we had planned that the county squad could get together earlier. So it actually pushed them back about 2 weeks. So we're a little bit probably behind everyone else on that front, but no, everything else has been going well.
There is a bit of history. I was just mentioning there, Arthur, between Clare and Kildare. Met in the intermediate final 4 years ago in Croke Park. Very, very exciting game. You ended up winning it by a point.
Exactly. Hopefully today will be equally exciting as well. And this year now we have a few of those players back. They played from a couple of years out, so like Mary Holgren, our goalkeeper, Erica Buckland in the middle of the field as well. So there's a good blend of experience and youth in the squad. So.
And I remember that particular final. Mary Holgren had a great game. She saved a penalty.
She did indeed. Yeah. That would be Mary, all right, you know. So she's not afraid to get herself out involved in the game as well. So yeah. Well, hopefully she won't be called on any penalty saves today. So.
in terms of the conditions, Arthur, we've mentioned about the breeze. It's going to be a factor. Are Kildare, you probably don't want to give away too many secrets, but are you comfortable playing against the breeze, with the breeze, or what kind of a...
Comfortable playing anyway at all. And this time of the year, of course, it's totally different. As you know, it's a totally different year than anything else we've ever encountered. So all previous form is out the window and everything. So yeah, you have to be comfortable playing now at this time of the year.
And we have to say as well, we have to give a lot of credit to the St. Ryan's club here in Banagher. Arthur, the facilities are absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely, and the pitch looks wonderful as well, and everything is set up well, and everyone involved in all sports, and I'm sure no more than Clare and Kildare, every county, there's been people working behind the scenes tirelessly just to get us back out playing football, and it's great to see, and well done to everybody there.
Excellent.
And I'd also just like to say for both teams as well, because the girls themselves are giving up their time, and they all have to turn around and go back into work tomorrow as well, so fair dues to them as well.
Thanks indeed, Arthur, and the very best of luck. Thanks indeed there to the Kildare chairperson, Arthur Corrigan. We're going to speak now to a person who would much prefer to be on the field of play, Katrina Canlan, a Clare panellist from Kilmahill in West Clare. Unfortunately, Katrina, you've got a knee injury, so you're out of action.
Yeah, out of action for a while, but look, the girls have put in so much work over the past few weeks and months, and even during the lockdown, and there's a great bunch there, and I just want them to succeed now, and if they go out and play their best, they'll get what they deserve.
It's great that we have a championship match at all, Katrina,
yeah, for a long time there we were very uncertain whether it was going to go ahead or not, but it's a great outlet for girls, and it's a great opportunity to meet people, and the girls, to be fair now, we all drove on and we just kept doing our individual bit, and we're here today, thank God.
And I suppose it just shows as well how committed people are, that, you know, people have had to drive here today on their own in the car and drive to train on their own. It's a lot of expense, it's a lot of commitment, but players just want to do it. Like, nobody's being forced to do it, but people want to do it because of their love of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Like the girls, to be fair, savage effort put in by everyone, and I think everyone's delighted that the championship's going ahead. Even for supporters, I know they're at home now, but they're delighted to be able to sit down and watch this online now, and it's great for everyone.
In terms of your injury, Katrina, how long ago you picked up in a club game, was it?
Yeah, I picked it up in a club game in August, so I've been out really since then. I played with it a bit, but I have to be out now for the foreseeable future. So,
what kind of a spectator are you?
I don't know.
Not a great. You'd obviously.
No, I'd obviously prefer to be on the pitch anyway, so I'll be getting a bit antsy, but sure luck.
And is it at moments like this that you miss it most, when you see the teams warming up? And I know it's an injury, and it's you get over it and everything, but obviously you would prefer to be out there on the field. Yeah,
it is championship day now. You'd be dying to play, like dying to tug out with the girls, and look, hopefully soon enough.
Okay, Katrina Canlan, thanks very much indeed. And we'll be joined again at half time by Katrina for a bit of half time analysis. We're going to look now at the two teams, at the starting teams, and we're going to start with the Kildare team, and we'll look at that in a second. And Kildare, of course, have Mary Holgrain in goals. She's from the Moorfield club, very, very experienced player, as we mentioned there in our conversations earlier on. Player of the match in the 2016 All-Ireland Intermediate Finals. She's a superb game. The Kildare full back line, Rachel Cribben from Ballina at cornerback, fullback Laura Gilbert from Kildangan Nerney, and in the left corner Shauna Kendrick from Sarsfields. The Kildare half back line, Sarah Munnelly from Confe, centre back Grania Kennelly from Eadstown, and left half back Lauren Murtock from Milltown. Their midfield combination is Siobhan O'Sullivan from Eadstown and Erica Burke from Ballina. The half forward line, Niamh Sinnott from Monasterevan. At centre forward is Laura Curran from Milltown. Wearing number 12, completing the half forward line, is Aoife Rattigan from Kappa. And the Kildare full forward line, Grace Clifford, the captain, is from Eadstown, the senior champions. Full forward Nasta Dooley, wearing number 15, is Roisin Byrne. And just before we have a quick look at the Clare team, as we wait, the game is not too far off starting, they've got some very experienced players there, Anne-Marie.
Yes, Grace Keneally would have been a former All-Ireland winner with Waterford at centre back in the day, so she would have a great experience there on that line. Grace Clifford is a captain. She's very strong as well. She's a scoring threat up forward. And Roisin Byrne is another girl that has a lot of experience. She was at number 10 in 2016 when Clare played Kildare in the final. And also the two cornerbacks, Shauna Hendrick and Rachel Gibbon, they were both starting in 2016. They were both at wing back positions against Clare, so I'm sure Clare would be familiar with them also.
And that's a good insight into Kildare. The Clare 15, Michaela Glenn from Kilmahill is in goals. The full back line, Sheafra Nicunnell at right corner back from Dura Bearfield. Full back from Kilmahill is Ellie O'Gorman, the captain, and in the left corner, Gráinne Harvey from West Clare Gaels will have the national anthem now in a second. The half back line. And we'll just break for the Aran Naveen, and we'll come back and complete the Clare team in a minute. And just very quickly again, the Clare team: Michaela Glenn from Kilmahill in goals, Sheafra Nicunnell at corner back, Ellie O'Gorman full back from Kilmahill, and in the left corner, Gráinne Harvey from West Clare Gaels, Roisin Consign, Liscanner, Orla Devitt, Airog, Anya Keane, Milltown in the half back line, Laura Egan, Kilmahill, Caoimhe Harvey, West Clare Gaels in midfield, Emer O'Connor, Cool Gaels, Fidelma Marnan, West Clare Gaels, and Ciara Hickey, Kinmurray Bricken, and Chloe Maloney wearing number 23, Gráinne Nolan at full forward from St. Joseph Dura Bearfield, and Cliona Blake from Doonbeg. Completing Clare's starting 15, and the referee is ready. He's looking around. He seems to be fairly happy that everything is in place. Reasonably strong breeze, and the breeze half an hour ago, but certainly will be a factor. The ball is thrown in, and Clare win the ball through Caoimhe Harvey, and Caoimhe Harvey now looks up, sold the ball a couple of times. She's trying to burst through the centre half back from Kildare, Gráinne Kennelly. It's a good run from she lays the ball off to the Clare centre forward, Fidelma Marnan. Fidelma Marnan now bearing in on goal. She's being well shadowed by the Kildare wing back Aoife Rattigan. Clare now recycling the ball, looking to switch, and that's a very, very good crossfield ball to Clare's right half back, Roisin Consign. Roisin Consign now going in field, holding on to possession. She passes it off towards Anya Keane, the left half back. She finds Laura Egan from Kilmahill, and Laura Egan lays it off as far as the Clare full forward, Gráinne Nolan from Dura Bearfield, carrying a foot injury, but not showing any signs out there now. Good ball is back, switching to play again as far as Anya Keane. Anya Keane lays it off towards Fidelma Marnan. Fidelma Marnan lays it off again. Anya Keane attacking really well, back in possession again. Chloe Maloney has it, but Kildare are defending very, very well, it has to be said. They're not allowing Clare to get a shot off, but as we speak, Clare do get a shot off. Excellent. And that's an absolutely superb score from the Clare centre forward, Fidelma Marnan, and while it was quite good defending from Kildare up to a point, Clare were very patient as well, and recycled the ball well, Emery.
Yes, Clare were really, really patient with the ball. They worked it around in a semicircle. They found the player all the time, and I've just noticed there now Ciara Hickey's gone back as sweeper, so she's gone back between the full back line and the half back line, so she, as she did in the county final with Kinmurray Bricken, she'll be sweeping there, and Chloe's inside and full forward.
Kildare off to take a short kick out from the goalkeeper Mary Holgrain. That's well worked out from Kildare. Their right half back has it Sarah Munnelly in the far side of the field. Kildare now showing good composure, holding onto the ball, almost lose possession, eventually commit a technical foul according to the referee, and the free is going to be taken quickly by Gráinne Nolan. She gives it back as far as one of her teammates, Emer O'Connor from Cool Gaels. Good ball in towards the full forward line now, and Caoimhe Harvey raiding from midfield, goes down, picks the ball up. Kildare thought that might have been a free. The referee didn't see it that way. Roisin Consign has it, she gives it back as far as Emer O'Connor. Emer O'Connor stole the ball, nice pass in towards Fidelma Marnan. She's taking on her player, has started very well, holding on to possession well, not spilling. Gráinne Nolan at full forward, but playing out around the centre forward position at the moment. Switches to play again to Anya Keane in towards Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney wearing 23 has a shot. It's a good block and it's out for a 45. That was very, very good defending there, and a good block down from the Kildare defender at the expense of a 45. But Clare, up to this point, well, we've only had almost 3 minutes, Anne-Marie, but they've started quite well, and Kildare yet to get a real feel of the ball.
Yeah, they've settled nicely, and it's worth noting that Kildare have 11 behind the ball at the moment, so there was a lot of pressure on the kick there, but Chloe won her 45, and Roisin Considine's on the ball now.
Roisin Considine has it now, soaring the ball with the red boots, pops it off to a runner, Emer O'Connor, who started very well at wing forward. She pops it off as far as Anya Keane, raiding again from left half back in towards the Clare corner forward. Cliona Blake from Dunbeg. Cliona Blake on the ball, goes to ground, and that's going to be a free in for Clare on between the 21 and the 14, so it should be a good opportunity for a right-footed kicker, which Gráinne Nolan is a right-footed kicker, so this is a good opportunity for Clare to extend their lead. Kildare will be hoping to I suppose settle a small bit more, and maybe win the next kick out and sit up a bit, get more of a grip in the game, so to speak. But in the meantime, Gráinne Nolan composes herself, and the Banner Ladies footballer won a county senior championship medal a few weeks ago, but that's not the best free from Gráinne Nolan, and there's a push in the back, and it's going to be a free out to Kildare, so that opportunity is spurred from a Clare point of view, and Kildare's Mary Hulgrain gets the ball, gets to play underway again, gives it to Lauren Murtock at left half back. Kildare now breaking forward, excellent run from the Kildare number 7, gets the ball forward. Kildare's first meaningful attack, lovely flick from the centre forward Laura Curran, she gives it back as far as Niamh Sinnott now pops it as far as midfielder Siobhan O'Sullivan links up again with the left half back Lauren Murtock, and Kildare, as Clare have been as well in the first couple of minutes, nice and composed in possession. Nice ball forward from Erica Burke, lovely ball in towards the centre forward who goes to ground. Centre forward is Lara Curran. Clare, however, defend well and did well that time not to give away a free. Ciara Hickey, the sweeper, wearing 12 but playing in a defensive role. Lovely ball is forward as far as Gráinne Nolan. Gráinne Nolan looks up now, in space is Roisin Considine, lovely ball. Roisin Considine pops it in field as far as the Clare centre forward Fidelma Marnan. Clare, however, spilled possession, and Kildare break forward, and their full forward has it, their full forward has it. Full forward is Nessa Dooley. Nessa Dooley, nice ball forward, but good defending there from Clare. However, Nessa Dooley picks up the break, hops the ball, regains a bit of composure. Lovely ball backfield as far as the Kildare number 8 Siobhan O'Sullivan from Easttown, the Kildare senior champions. Lovely ball outside the corner forward. That was a really good ball from the Kildare midfielder. It's picked up the second time by Roisin Byrne. Roisin Byrne trying to get back perhaps on her right, but she pops it off to the centre forward, and an absolutely superb score from the Kildare centre forward Lara Curran, and that really is a super score.
Yeah, that was a lovely diagonal ball in by Siobhan O'Sullivan. She found the player, got in behind the sweeper, and a lovely score from play. That'll settle Kildare.
Point each after almost 6 minutes here in St. Rina's GA Field in Banagher in County Offaly. It certainly has been a high quality start from both. Lots of good possession football, both teams generally making good decisions on the ball, and good composure as well from both, as Clare tried to work it out. That was good from Ciara Hickey. She finds Roisin Considine at right half back under a bit of pressure from the Kildare midfielder Erica Burke, but Clare managed to hold on to it through their cornerback Gráinne Harvey. Gráinne Harvey gets it back as far as Ciara Hickey. Ciara Hickey eventually finds a teammate in space, and she's breaking forward. That's good play there from Clare. Kildare standing off a small bit. The Clare number 11 picks it up now. Fidelma Marnan from West Clare Gales. She's put over an early point. She finds Roisin Considine. Roisin Considine pops it forward as far as Emer O'Connor. Emer O'Connor breaks forward. Really good play from Emer O'Connor. Pops it off. The break falls. It's a good shot, but a really good save. Good shot from the Clare centre forward Fidelma Marnan. But that was very composed goalkeeping there from Mary Hulgrain, and you can see all of her experience. And when she won the ball, she didn't panic. She found a player. That's a free out. Chloe Maloney pulling back a Kildare defender, and the referee is having a word with the Clare corner forward, an Irish underage soccer international, and also has won league medals and cup medals with Piedmont United in the National League. Kildare now taking the free. They're looking for a bit of movement up front, give it back as far as the goalkeeper, Mary Holgren. She definitely won't panic. That's a good play from the Kildare goalkeeper. She finds their left half back, Lauren Murtock breaking forward now. Kildare holding on to possession well. Excellent play from Lauren Murtock. She started very, very well. Good ball, well, I was going to say good ball forward, probably a bit high, but that's well cut out by Ciara Hickey, sweeper. High tackle, referee plays advantage. Good refereeing, it has to be said. And now breaking forward is Caoimhe Harvey. She goes to ground. That's a clear free given away there by Lauren Murtock, and Caoimhe Harvey stays on the ground. The referee's going to have a word with the Kildare player who had a bit of a high tackle there on Ciara Hickey, but he's just ticking the name of Niamh Sinnott. It was just a late tackle. It wasn't anything malicious in it or anything like that. The free is taken quickly, and Roisin Considine has it. She gives it to Gráinne Nolan. Gráinne Nolan stolen the ball. She's being shadowed well by the Kildare midfielder Siobhan O'Sullivan, but holds on to it well, gives it back as far as Roisin Considine. Roisin Considine now taking on Lauren Murtock, trying to get past her, lays it off as far as Caoimhe Harvey, waiting from midfield. Caoimhe Harvey gives it back to Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney finds Gráinne Nolan. Gráinne Nolan being defended well. Good defending from Kildare, not giving away the free. Chloe Maloney has it again. There's good variety to the Clare attack in that Chloe Maloney started inside and is now playing outside. That's pass finds the centre forward. Great opportunity here of a goal for Clare from Cliona Blake, but that goes wide, and that really, Anne-Marie, was a super opportunity of a goal.
Yeah, it was well worked into the full forward line. Then Cliona was just a little bit off balance when she kicked, but that'll settle her now. I think that's her first touch, so she'll settle into the game nicely now. 9 minutes gone here in St. Rina's in Banagher. It's a point each between Clare and Kildare. It is the first game in Group 4 of the Ladies Football Intermediate Championship. The kick out is cut out well by Cliona Blake, but Kildare battled back very, very well. That's superbly won back by Siobhan O'Sullivan from Easttown, the captain and midfielder. She gives it off as far as Lauren Murtock on the far side of the field this time. A left half back, but in the right half back position. She tries to find her inside forward, Grace Clifford, the captain, but that's good defending inside. But Grace Clifford wins it back. Excellent persistence there from Grace Clifford. The referee is looking to see exactly what's going on here. He's decided that he can't really decide who's fouling who, so he's going to throw it in, but that was initially not the greatest ball in. It was good defending from Shauna Harvey at left corner back, but it must be said that Grace Clifford made the best of a bad lot, tried to win it back, and eventually didn't quite win the free, but the ball has been thrown in, and Kildare win it back now, win the breaking ball, and opportunity here perhaps now for their midfielder Erica Burke. She finds the corner forward Grace Clifford. Grace Clifford gets the shot in, and that's a good finish. She goes to ground. Kildare now leading by 2 points to Clare's 1. Grace Clifford down, and Marie, that was, you could see there good persistence there from the inside forwards from Kildare to, I suppose, create that opportunity and then take it. Yeah, Grace Clifford was captain there. There was 4 players on her, and she kicked that under pressure, and she kicked a great score. She's up on her feet again now, and Michaela Glynn is ready to kick out.
Kildare leading by 2 points to 1, and we've had almost 11 minutes. The kick out from Michaela Glynn finds Clare's right half back, Roisin Considine, and Clare now trying to work the ball out, being patient in possession, and switching it to the far side of the field, where Anya Keane has it. Anya Keane lays it off as far as Gráinne Harvey. Gráinne Harvey gives it to her West Clare Gaels colleague Fidelma Marnin. Fidelma Marnin still on the ball now, raiding up the left hand side of the field. Lovely ball in front of Cliona Blake. Cliona Blake, wearing number 15, tries to turn her player, pops it back, a shot on perhaps here, but it's given in as far as Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney took a knock there. The referee played advantage initially, but there was no advantage forthcoming, and Chloe Maloney holding her hand or her arm, but she seems to be okay, and this a good opportunity now for Gráinne Nolan, the Clare number 14, to put over an equalising point after 11 and a half minutes. That was that particular move. Certainly the Clare centre forward Fidelma Marnin played a key role in that, and it was good football good run up the left hand side of the field. Gráinne Nolan now with the free, straight over the bar. It's 2 points each, and that was good play from Fidel Marnin, and Chloe Maloney showing some good moments as well inside the full forward line.
Yeah, it was nicely won by Cliona Blake, and she popped it outside. Now, as I said before, Chloe Maloney is very good in the air, so she won that in the air. She won her free. If they can keep getting ball into Chloe and get the girls running off of her, if the likes of Gráinne Nolan running off her and Caoimhe Harvey, they'll score.
Kildare now taking the short kick out again, and it's worked well for them. Generally speaking, so far they've a good record in terms of retaining their kick-outs, but Chloe Maloney now takes advantage of the mix-up, lobs the goalkeeper, and that's in the back of the net. And that was really poor play from Kildare in terms of working the ball out. Just as we were praising Kildare, Anne-Marie, for good short kick-outs, it went wrong, and Chloe Maloney, absolutely superb finish.
Excellent finish by Chloe. She used her head there, and she just popped it in over the head. It was a great score, and it was settled clear again. Kildare on the attack with Sarah Mullaney on the ball.
That was really a beautiful finish from Chloe Maloney. Erica Burke now in the middle of the field switches the ball to Rachel Cribben from Ballina at cornerback. She's breaking forward, goes into the tackle, holds on to the play. Referee plays advantage. It's good play from Kildare. The Kildare midfielder Erica Burke has it. She's looking to switch it to the far side of the field. That's good football from Kildare. Siobhan O'Sullivan now, diagonal ball inside towards the corner forward Grace Clifford. She's out in front of the Clare cornerback Stephen Cunnell. It's good play from Grace Clifford. She pops it off, but the referee spots a foul, a bit of a pullback there, Anne-Marie, and this, I suppose, an opportunity for Kildare to hit back after that goal, because that goal definitely would have hit him, and from their point of view they need to, I suppose, get a score fairly soon. Yeah,
they came straight up the field there now. It was well worked in. Again, they're hitting the ball along from the 45, and they're looking for the inside forwards, and Laura Curran is on the ball here now, so this will settle them if this goes over. She's on the right hand side of the post.
Yeah, Laura Curran, right hand side, right for the kicker, bit of an angle, so she'll do well to put this over. She does extremely well. That's a lovely free from Laura Curran, very composed, and just drifted that over the bar. That's Kildare's third point. Clare have 1-2 on the scoreboard, and we've had 14 minutes, so a minute or so until the water break. Michaela Glynn now looking for a run. She sees Roisin Constantine, good ball as far as Constantine pops it off, but not a good pass, cut out well by Kildare. Kildare now bursting forward through Rachel Cribben, and the corner forward has it. Lovely ball from the corner forward as far as her colleague in the full forward line. At full forward is Nasty Dooley, and that's an excellent point. Lovely diagonal ball from Roisin Byrne, and that we were saying about the kick out that went wrong for Kildare earlier on, and Marie, that kick out went wrong for Clare, so they're going to have to, I suppose, make sure that the latest one that they retain possession and that they work it up the field.
Yeah.
And that's an excellent kick out, it has to be said, from Michaela Glynn. She found Emer O'Connor in the middle of the field. That was good. Caoimhe Harvey has it now. Caoimhe Harvey taking on her opposite number, Erica Byrne, trying to break forward up the left hand side of the field. Referee sees a foul. He's playing advantage, however. Caoimhe Harvey pops it back towards Anya Keane. Good composed play. Anya Keane finds Emer O'Connor. Emer O'Connor looks for Chloe Maloney. Does it stick inside? It doesn't. The ball breaks, and it breaks for Lauren Murtagh, the left half back. She gets it back as far as the goalkeeper. Chloe Maloney trying to put a bit of pressure on. Kildare work it out well through Siobhan O'Sullivan. Siobhan O'Sullivan gives it to the corner back Rachel Cribben. Rachel Cribben switches the play to the far side of the field. Excellent play from Kildare, very, very composed, under pressure, worked it out well, and now they've got a bit of space in which to work in. Erica Burke raids up along the far side of the field, the right hand side, and Kildare player goes to ground. They're going to, I think, try and take it quickly here and find one of the inside forwards, but they don't opt to take it as quickly as they might have. The centre back takes it, Gráinne Keneally from Eadstown, originally from Waterford. Good ball inside, excellent play from the corner forward Roisin Byrne, and that's an absolutely super point, it must be said. And Anne-Marie, Clare really have responded superbly to that Clare goal.
They have, and I think Clare need to tighten up a little bit. I noticed that Emer O'Connor is drifting back into the midfield, so there seems to be three at midfield: Caoimhe Harvey, Emer O'Connor and Laura Egan, and they're playing two in the half forward line of Gráinne Nolan and Fidel Marnin. But I just think we need to hold the ball, and we have time to settle now during the water break, and I've no doubt that James will have a chat with the girls and just get them to settle on the ball and keep driving forward. I know we're against the wind, but we're still in a good position.
It is, as Anne-Marie said, water break time here in Banagher, and it's been a high quality opening 16 minutes. We've seen some really good attacking play from both teams. We've seen some excellent possession football, and one thing I've been very impressed by, Anne-Marie, is how composed both teams have been when they've been on the ball.
Yeah, very relaxed, and especially with the kick passing, they're finding their play. I just think with the hand passing they need to settle a bit more, but as we said, conditions are poor and it's going to be difficult for both sides. Kildare are a big physical team, Clare are young and fast, so and as we said, the wind is a big factor also, but both teams are back out again ready to go. Very short water break, but it'll give them time to regroup and get their breath back and compose again.
Yeah, it's one of the shortest water breaks I've seen in a while. That was nice and quick, but that's the length it's supposed to be fair about it. So maybe it's other referees are a bit more lenient in terms of the water break. The referee blows his whistle and the clock is on again, so to speak. A reminder, it's level here in Banagher. Clare 1-2, Kildare 5 points, but certainly the 3 or 4 minutes before the water break, Kildare put over a couple of really good points, and we can see that some of their inside forwards, indeed their entire full forward line, are quite a threat. Clare now trying to offer a bit of threat at the far side of the field, but Kildare break up that particular attack. It's won well back by their midfielder Siobhan O'Sullivan on the far side of the field. Now they're building. Their cornerback Rachel Cribben pops it off. The centre forward Lara Curran has it. Lara Curran from Milton. She's taken on the Clare cornerback Gráinne Harvey. This is good football from Kildare. 3 or 4 Clare players around. The centre forward runs into the tackle. I thought, well, did she slip, Anne-Marie, or what happened there? I thought there might have been a free, but Kildare have it back to the corner forward Roisin Byrne. Roisin Byrne now trying to make a bit of space, makes the space, swivels, puts that over the bar. Absolutely superb point from play. We thought a few seconds ago it might have been a free into Kildare, but that quality finish in the Kildare corner.
As we said, Roisin Byrne has a star quality. She dodged right and left there and popped it over the bar. Great score. Michaela Glynn finds Laura Egan. The ball is spilled and it's with the
Kildare have it back now. Kildare bursting forwards. Good ball forward as far as Niamh Sinnott. Niamh Sinnott bearing down on goal. Hops it. Crossfield ball. Dangerous. But just drifts beyond the full forward Nasa Dooley from Castledermot. And a small bit more accuracy on that occasion from Kildare. And it could have been very dangerous for Clare. But Kildare certainly the last 4 or 5 minutes well on top. But we have to remember, of course, as Anne-Marie said, there is a breeze. Kildare have it. So they'll certainly be very I suppose determined and focused on maybe having a 3 or 4 point lead at half time, because it is a significant breeze. The kick out from Michaela Glynn finds the cornerback Gráinne Harvey has it now, having taken the pop from Stephen Nicunnell. Elia Gorman pops it off. Caoimhe Harvey has it in the middle of the field, injecting a bit of urgency, breaking forward now. It's good football from Anya Keane. Excellent. She's really played very well at left half back. Pops it back as far as Caoimhe Harvey, who supported the run. Excellent football from Caoimhe Harvey. She finds her midfield partner, and Laura Egan is pushed to the back, and that's free in for Clare about 35 yards out. And Anne-Marie, that was really good football, really well worked out from the kick out. Great injection of pace from Caoimhe Harvey, and Laura Egan as well completed a good run.
Yeah, I think Clare need to keep running at Kildare, especially against the wind, keep working it up, and they seem to be going in threes, so it's working well at the moment. And this will settle Fidelma's on the free now, so it'll settle Fidelma if this goes over.
Fidelma Marna now about 30 yards out in front of goal. That's a super point from the West Gaels club. Clare, it's level 1-3, Clare 1-3, Kildare 6 points. The rain hammering down now as well, so we've had I suppose it is November 1st, Anne-Marie. We're not going to expect summer like weather conditions, but it's deteriorating a bit in terms of the weather.
Yeah, and it's really important now that the ball goes to hand all the time. You have to find your player. Slippy conditions as well, so I'd say the girls won't be bouncing the ball at this stage. Definitely. And it's Grace Keneally on the ball there, won that ball well.
Good football there from Grace Keneally. Went to ground, won the free. She's looking for somebody. She finds Rachel Cribben, gives it backfield. Rachel Cribben now soloing forward, pops it off again as far as Keneally at centre back. It's a very good ball from Keneally in towards the full forward Nasa Dooley. That's good football inside from Nasa Dooley, being held up by Gráinne Harvey. Crossfield ball. Will it find a Clare player? A Kildare player? It doesn't. It's cut out really well by Laura Egan. Laura Egan does well to hold on to the ball. Good composure. Pops it in field as far as her midfield partner Caoimhe Harvey. Caoimhe Harvey switches it to the left hand side of the field, where Stephen Nicunnell has it, wearing number 2. Stephen Nicunnell pops it off, and Clare now attacking through Fidelma Marnan. Fidelma Marnan gives it to the left half back Anya Keane. Anya Keane being pulled back by Kildare's Erica Burke, but the referee plays a good advantage. I have to say it's been a good refereeing performance from the referees. Excellent decisions, and certainly he's when he can give advantage, he does that. Excellent cross-field ball from Caoimhe Harvey, finding Roisin Considine, a right half back. Roisin Considine pops it as far as Laura Egan now to Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney, left footed ball inside to Gráinne Nolan. Gráinne Nolan nice and composed in the corner. Clare might need to inject a small bit more pace into this attack, however. They're holding on to the ball well, but not making much incision. Popped off by Emer O'Connor. As far as Roisin Considine. Good football from Roisin Considine. Steps, possibly. Kildare convinced there was more than 4, but the referee doesn't see it that way. Switching off play, excellent ball forward across the field as far as Anya Keane from Gráinne Nolan. Anya Keane now bearing down on goal, finds Caoimhe Harvey on her right foot, shot on, no, she pops it back, and this is a really good opportunity of a score for good goalkeeping inside by Mary Hulgrain, and perhaps, maybe, it's easy to say it from here, Anne-Marie, but maybe Clare could have been a bit more composed. For Elma Martin, that was a good opportunity perhaps to hold on to the ball. The ball spilled in the middle of the field now. We'll keep going. The centre forward has it. Laura Curtin gives it forward. It's going to be cut out by Ciara Hickey at sweeper, and that's, Anne-Marie, a really good example of why Ciara Hickey is so good in that position.
Yeah, she did it
so well.
She did it so well for Kilmurray in the county final, and she's doing it really, really well here. I do think just going back to the Clare attack there, we're a little bit slow in the build-up. I know we're being patient, but I just think we need someone coming off the shoulder a little bit quicker, because Kildare are getting players back, and good catch there from the goalkeeper Mary Hulgrain. Yeah,
Mary Hulgrain has been excellent in goals. Aside, of course, from that, which wasn't her fault, that mixed up, but opportunity here now in Clean Blake. Goes to ground, referee says play away, gets it back as far as Chloe Maloney, and she puts it over the bar, and that, Anne-Marie, mightn't have been 100 miles away from a penalty.
No, I think there was a little push in the back there, but I know conditions aren't great, so maybe her feet went from under her, but it could have been easily have been a penalty also. But good score from Chloe there off her left.
Yeah, and Clare now leading by a point, 1-4 to Kildare's 6 points. Kildare had a very, very good spell after Chloe Maloney's goal, but since then, I suppose really since the water break, Clare have been good. They've had a lot of possession, and they've now got a 1 point lead, courtesy of that point from Chloe Maloney. Clare 1-4, Kildare 6 points. Kildare now attacking on the far side of the field. They've got the breeze behind them, but to be honest, the breeze isn't really a huge factor. Certainly since it started raining, the breeze not as strong as it was earlier on. Excellent play there from Roisin Considine. Pops it as far as Emer O'Connor. Emer O'Connor finds Gráinne Nolan. Gráinne Nolan now taking on Lauren Murtock. Pops it as far as Roisin Considine again. She's had a superb game at right half back. Pops it in field as far as Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney tries to find really good pass inside to Cliona Blake. Cliona Blake, great opportunity here of a goal. Gráinne Nolan is in, but the ball spills, and that was superb football, Anne-Marie, up until that last moment.
Yeah, Caoimhe just spilled from her hand. I think the Kildare back just kind of hand to it, but Caoimhe was in a great position there. But it was really well worked from Clare. If they can keep doing that and keep tiring out the Kildare defence, the prize will eventually come. So they just have to keep working hard.
Yeah, and we have to say as well, Kildare's composure on the ball, very, very impressive too. Two really well-matched teams, both playing, I suppose, a fairly similar level of football, and they've both got dangerous inside forward. So that's why it's so close. That's why there's just a point in it after 24 minutes. Clare leading by a point, 1-4 to Kildare's 6 points now. Kildare holding onto the ball really, really well in the middle third of the field. Nice short pass from Siobhan O'Sullivan in field as far as her midfield partner Erica Burke. Erica Burke breaking forward, two Clare players up against her, and well, that was either really good defending from Clare, I suppose it depends where you're from, and Marie, really good defending from Clare, or was it a free in for Kildare? We'll get your opinion on that in a second, because we haven't literally time to take a breath here. Roisin Considine breaking forward, excellent play from Roisin Considine, pops it off as far as Chloe Maloney, comes deep. Chloe switches play to Caoimhe Harvey, great ball. Caoimhe Harvey, nice low ball in towards Gráinne Nolan on her left foot. What a shot off the post, back as far as Cliona Blake. She tries to hold on to it, good play, gets it back as far as Roisin Considine back to Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney switches to play again, this time to Anya Keane, and that was, I suppose, Clare in hard look there, but it was a good move. The shot from Chloe Maloney from about 30 yards out, super point per second. She's got a goal as well. Clare lead by 2-1-5 to 6 points, and quite a bit to talk about, Emery.
Yes, that was unlucky there. It was a great shot on goal. On another day that would have gone in. Good pressure now by Clare. Great score from Chloe. That was nearly 34 yards out. Settled, great score. And just like last night in the Dublin game, when Sinead Ahern hit the post and it went in off the opposite side, it comes down to look at the end of the day, and a game like today with conditions, it could go anyway.
Excuse me, yes, Kildare definitely had a bit of luck that time. It was a great shot and it just hit that post. Clare leading by 2 points, 1-5 to 6 points. It's definitely a free for Kildare in the middle of the field. Rachel Cribben wearing number 2, but has been playing in the half back line for a lot of this game. She's been doing very, very, very well. Lauren Murtick likewise has been involved in the play quite a bit at left half back. Ball forward, good ball forward, but good defending inside. It's a really good battle. Excellent play there from Clare's Laura Egan. Really, really good.
Orla Devitt, yeah.
In fact, it was Orla Devitt. Excellent play there from Orla Devitt at centre back for Clare. Emer O'Connor now breaking forward, switches the play. It's one thing that we've seen a lot of from Clare, switching the play. Quiva Harvey breaking forward, finds a bit of space, pops inside as far as the corner forward. Cliona Blake turns, shoots. Absolutely super point. That was excellent football, and we have to give a lot of credit to Orla Devitt for that.
Orla Devitt won a fifth with the dirty ball there. She won the 50-50 ball, and it's worth noting as well, Emer O'Connor is finding a player all the time. She's getting on a lot of ball. As I said, she's working out in the middle of the field, and she's finding a player every time with the ball.
One thing that's been very evident is Clare's ability to look crossfield, find a space and find a player in space, switching the play. It's been a very effective tactic.
Yeah, and they're not panicking. I know we said earlier they're a little bit slow, but they've kind of picked up a little bit now, and Cliona Blake has found Grana Lolan, and Grana is in the corner and she's looking for help. Someone has to be outside her. Emer O'Connor's coming on off the hand and it's going in.
And that's excellent defending, it has to be said, from the Kildare defender. I think it was Lauren Burke. We've seen some very high quality football here in Banagher. In the meantime now, Clare holding on to possession. Quiva Harvey should win this back. She's being hounded by Erica Burke, but does well. Clare switching to play again to this time to Emer O'Connor. Emer O'Connor solos, nice and composed on the ball, pops inside as far as Roisin Consign. Lovely ball outside Chloe Maloney out in front of the fullback, holds onto the ball well, but under a good bit of pressure. Good defending from Kildare. Chloe Maloney finds Fidelma Marnin, who in turn finds Roisin Consign. 1-2 between them. Fidelma Marnin has it again, pops it off. Clare nice and composed under pressure. Quiva Harvey switches to play again. Good football from Clare, but can they work the opportunity for the shot? That's the key thing. Corner forward has inside, gives it off as far as Chloe Maloney. This is good football from Clare, good composed football. Chloe Maloney has it again, looks up, the shot isn't on, switches to play. Excellent football. Roisin Consign, the shot is on, and that's over the bar, and that's as good a point as you'll see anywhere in this championship.
Yeah, Roisin Consign, this canner, has a lot of experience. She's playing with years. She loves to go forward. She's well able to tackle as well, and really, really good score. If anyone is going to score under pressure, it's Roisin. Excellent score.
It's a 4-point game. Clare leading Kildare by 1-7 to 6 points, and it has to be said that their composure on the ball, the way in which they mind the ball, I suppose, make the right decision, has certainly been a factor in the last 6 or 7 minutes in building up this 4-point lead. Since the water break, it's been all Clare. Kildare need to do something. They do something in that they win a free. Sarah Manelli at right half back, fouled, definitely, takes it quickly, switches the play to the far side of the field. The cornerback Shauna Kendrick now has it, breaking forward. They know they've got to do something before half time. Finds Roisin Burden now on her own, getting inside the 45, 25, 30 yards out. Crossfield ball, could be dangerous, but it's well cut out. Or is it? It's good. The Clare player goes to ground. It's a free out. I thought it was well cut out initially by the Clare right half back, Roisin Consign, and Clare have a player on the ground, and
that was very brave by Ellie O'Gorman there. She put the hand in where anyone wouldn't put their head, but she hopefully she's okay. She's been attended to now by Sarah Mahoney, the physio. Very, very brave, and she won her ball and she got a free out.
Ellie O'Gorman certainly put her body on the line for that, and hopefully it's just a knock. She seems to be okay. It's probably just a bang. She's up, and the Clare captain definitely isn't going to go on the ground unless there's something seriously wrong. So she's going to take the free kick to her clubmate Michaela Glenn. Takes it back from the Clare goalkeeper. Ellie O'Gorman now breaking forward, finds Ciara Hickey, who's done really, really well in that sweeper's role. Finds Roisin Considine. Roisin Considine pops it forward. This is good football from Clare. Fidel Martin has it. In fact, it's Clare cornerback has it. Chief Nicunnell, but Clare turn over possession. Kildare have it back to Nessa Dooley. Nessa Dooley pops it as far as the runner. The runner is Niamh Sinnott. Gets it in as far as the corner forward Roisin Byrne. Roisin Byrne goes to ground. Thought there might have been a free in there. Referee does blow the whistle, but it's not for a free in to Kildare. It's for half-time whistle. And I thought Kildare maybe slightly unlucky there not to get a free in.
Yeah, I thought he might have let it play there for another minute or two, but it was 50. I suppose it was 50-50 ball. Grania Harvey went for it, and Grania is very strong on the ball, and she'll win those balls. Good first half in general. Both teams have settled nicely. I think Clare have used the ball a little bit better than Kildare. Kildare still trying the diagonal ball in, but our sweeper Ciara Hickey seems to be working. And we're doing. Both teams are doing really well. It's pouring rain now, so the conditions again are going to be quite poor for the second half. But as you said, the wind has calmed.
4 points in it here at half time in Banagher. Clare leading Kildare by 1-7 to Kildare's 6 points. And the key goal from Chloe Maloney, a bit of a mix up from Kildare, took the short kick out, and the initial kick out was won, but then the next pass went astray. Chloe Maloney cut out the pass and put over an absolutely beautiful lob over the goalkeeper, over Mary Hulgrain, and that's the key score in terms of Clare's 4 point half-time lead. Second half, the breeze will be with Clare. It's going to be interesting to see, will it be a factor? It's not a particularly strong breeze, but that's it for now. We're going to go and look at some of the highlights from the first half, and to be fair, there have been plenty of highlights, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes with more analysis here from Banagher. There midfielder, it's picked up the second time by Roisin Byrne. Roisin Byrne trying to get back perhaps on her right, but she pops it off to the centre forward, and an absolutely superb score from the Kildare midfielder. It's picked up the second time by Roisin Byrne. Roisin Byrne trying to get back perhaps on her right, but she pops it off to the centre forward, and an absolutely superb score from the Kildare midfielder. It's picked up the second time by Roisin Byrne. Roisin Byrne trying to get back perhaps on her right, but she pops it off to the centre forward, and an absolutely superb score from the Kildare midfielder. It's picked up the second time by Roisin Byrne. Roisin Byrne trying to get back perhaps on her right, but she pops it off to the centre forward, and an absolutely superb score from the Kildare midfielder. It's picked up the second time by Roisin Byrne. Roisin Byrne trying to get back perhaps on her right, but she pops it off to the centre forward, and an absolutely superb score from the Kildare midfielder. It's picked up the second time by Roisin. As far as Emer O'Connor breaks forward, really good play from Emer O'Connor, pops it off, the break falls, it's a good shot, but a really good save, good shot from the Clare centre forward. Now win the breaking ball, and opportunity here perhaps now for their midfielder Erica Burke. She finds the corner forward Grace Clifford. Grace Clifford gets the shot in, and it was good football, good run up the left hand side of the field. Grania Nolan now with the free straight over the bar. It's 2 points each, and record in terms of retaining their kick-outs, but Chloe Maloney now takes advantage of the mix-up, lobs the goalkeeper, and that's in the back of the net, and that was really
this goes over. She's on the right hand side of the post.
Yeah, Laura Curran, right hand side, right for the kicker, bit of an angle, so she'll do well to put this over. She does extremely well. That's a lovely free from the forward to Rachel Crippen, and the corner forward has it. Lovely ball from the corner forward as far as her colleague in the full forward line. At full forward is Nasta Dooley, and that's an excellent point. Good ball inside, excellent play from the corner forward Roisin Byrne, and that's an absolutely super point, it must be said. And Anne-Marie Kildare, or what happened there? I thought there might have been a free, but Kildare have it back to the corner forward Roisin Byrne. Roisin Byrne now trying to make a bit of space, makes the space, swivels, puts that over the bar.
Fidelma's on the free now, so it'll settle Fidelma if this goes over.
Fidelma Martin now about 30 yards out in front of goal. That's a super point from the West Clare Gaels. Generally here now in clean and play, goes to ground, referee says play away, gets it back as far as Chloe Maloney, and she puts it over the bar, and that Anne-Marie mightn't have been 100 miles. I suppose Clare in hard look there, but it was a good move. The shot from Chloe Maloney from about 30 yards out, super point. Her second, she's got a goal goal. Breaking forward, finds a bit of space, pops inside as far as the corner forward. Clean Blake turns, shoots. Absolutely super point. That was excellent football. And we have looks up, the shot isn't done. Switches to play, excellent football. Rushing Constantine, the shot is on, and that's over the bar. And that's as good a point as you'll see anywhere in this championship memory.
Rushing Constantine.
You're taking that first half. I mean, some very good football from both teams, and I suppose the key score, Chloe Maloney's goal.
Yeah, it was brilliant to get it so early as well, to drive on from it. The girls are doing very well. I think both teams now, to be fair, have settled in. Conditions are shy for both teams, and it's the same. The ball is slippy, and look, the girls are going out, and both teams are putting up a good battle, and I think it'll be a tight game here today.
And one thing we've seen as well, Clare are very composed when they've got possession, not making hasty decisions on the ball, switching the play a lot as well. Yeah,
to be fair now, the girls up front have been very calm and collective. They're keeping the ball, they're being patient, they're not taking any shots that aren't on, they're being patient, cool and collective, and they're getting their scores in the end.
Chloe Maloney started instead of Niamh O'Dea, and Niamh, we all know how good she is, but Chloe Maloney has been superb. I mean, it's a testament to how well she's played that Clare in the first half an hour didn't miss Niamh O'Dea.
Yeah, no, Chloe's going very well in training, and she deserves to be starting today, and she's setting up great play, and she's scoring mighty, and like that, the goal she got really drove the girls on, and hopefully they'll come out and keep going. And
just the last thing, Katrina, do you expect that maybe 15-20 minutes left, Clare will bring in Niamh O'Dea and they'll try and drive on from there?
Yeah, I'd be thinking now that they will be doing that at some stage. She'll give a great boost to the team, and she's always going to make a difference once she comes onto the field.
Thanks a lot, Katrina. Enjoy the second half. I'm going to speak now in a second to Tara Byrne from KFM. We're just going to get a mic onto Tara from KFM and the Leinster leader, just to get a Kildare perspective on the first half and what might happen in the second half. Just a reminder again, if you're tuning in, there's 4 points in it. Clare leading Kildare by 1-7 to 6 points, and we've seen some really good football from both teams. As I said, now I'm joined by Tara Byrne from KFM, and here reporting for the Leinster leader as well. Tara, thanks indeed for joining us.
No problem, Peter.
4 points in it at half time. So what do you think will be said in the Kildare, I was going to say dressing room, but they're probably outside. What's going to be the message to them at half time?
They're just behind us here, and I can guarantee that Daniel Moynihan will probably be quite happy with that, given the fact that Clare are a Division 2 team. Kildare were going very strong in the Division 3 campaign at 5 from 5. 4 points is not a lot between the sides, and we all know the firepower of the Kildare forward line with Roisin Byrne, Grace Clifford, Tessa Dooley. They are able to open it up at any moment. I think we've seen it in the 5-minute spell where they hit 4 points without reply. So they're well able to open it up at any moment, so there won't be any fear over there at the minute.
Yeah, and Tara, that really did, I suppose, underline the quality of those Kildare inside forwards. Kildare will be confident if they can get a decent supply into them that they will do damage.
The main thing is supply and getting good ball in, particularly into the hands of Nessa. She's absolutely on fire. For a young girl, she is one of the best players that I've seen coming through the age groups in a long time, and if you get a ball into her hands, what she can do is absolute magic, and Kildare will know that, and they'll be confident in that. And one thing with Kildare is their third quarter is always their strongest. That championship quarter always comes through in them.
That's a very, very interesting message, and it'll be very interesting to see will Kildare up it, will Clare be able to meet them. Kildare now taking to the field, and just before we finish off, as indeed are Clare, just before we finish up, Tara, conditions not great, but thankfully the very heavy rain has eased a small bit in the last few minutes.
That's true. It's been a very wet day out there, very wet ball, so it's hard to get to hand, and very good handling needed for the rest of this game.
Thanks indeed to Tara Byrne from KFM and the Leinster leader. We're going to go back now to the second half for second half commentary. 4 points in it, of course, at half time. As I said a few minutes ago, Clare leading by 1-7 to 6 points, and 2 teams are out as of yet. The referee isn't, but I wouldn't blame any referee or lines person for maybe taking a minute or two extra today, because it is quite cold, it's breezy, it's wet, but the 2 teams aren't taking much notice of that. They're ready to go for the second half, and hopefully the second half will be as good as the first half, because both teams really did play some excellent football in that opening half. Both teams are fairly keen that the referee shows up, and we've got an update from the other game.
Yeah, so I'm just keeping an eye on the other group games. So Sligo and Laois. So Laois at half time, it's Laois ladies 3-5, Sligo 1-2. So Laois are up in that game. So we're just keeping an eye on all the other games, because as we said, only one team comes out of this group, and this game today is very, very important for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely, and both teams showing they're very keen for the second half to start, Anne-Marie. And when the referee, who I have to say I've actually been impressed with that referee. I know there's a couple of times there where maybe even before half time I thought it might have been a free into Kildare. But one thing that's been really good about him is he's always given the advantage to the player.
Yeah, he's letting the game flow, which is nice, and we can see that he's playing advantage, and he's been fair to both teams under the conditions, because as we said, there is a slippy ball. There will be some 50-50 decisions that could go either way, but so far he's doing really well, and he's just about to throw in now here for the second half.
I have to say he has done very well. No, absolutely no doubt about it. So the referee anyway, Seamus Mulvihill getting ready to throw the ball in, and second half, a few seconds away from starting. Live coverage here from Banagher, from St. Rynagh's GA Field. I have to give a lot of credit to St. Rynagh's as well. They're set up here absolutely superb. The organisation from both the local club and the LGFA has been exceptional, very, very well run, and Seamus Mulvihill throws the ball in, and the second half is on. Kildare win the throw in immediately through Erica Burke. They're bursting forward now. The number 13 Grace Clifford, the captain, has it out round the middle third. She passes it off as far as Siobhan O'Sullivan from Eadstown. Siobhan O'Sullivan links up with the centre forward Laura Curran, and Laura Curran pops it off to one of our inside forwards. It is again Grace Clifford, and shot on perhaps here now for Siobhan O'Sullivan from an angle. She's taking on the Clare defence, and takes the shot. I thought it was over the bar, but it drifted just to the right and wide, and everything about that was good, Anne-Marie, except the finish.
Yeah, that was unlucky. She dummy soloed with the right. Maybe she should have taken it off the left, come in from that side, but it was good pressure on, and Michaela Glynn has found her clubmate Laura Egan. Laura is on the ball, and she's passed to Anya Keane from Milltown. Yeah,
really good kick out there from Michaela Glynn, and she found the space, and then the player found the ball in that space. Really good example of how to take a kick out. Emer O'Connor bursting forward, a lot of space in front of her, but not the greatest pass from Emer. It was all good up until the pass, but Clare win it back. Great football inside from the corner forward, Nivo D in fact is on. So Nivo D, we can see the bandage has been introduced at half time for Clare, and I think it's probably Tina Blake. She's come on for opportunity here now, but it goes wide on the far side of the field. That was the first shot of the second half from Clare. So both teams have had a wide apiece. The score is 1-7 to 6 points. And it looks as if Gráinne Nolan has gone off, and Gráinne Nolan, we know, had been carrying an injury into the game, so that's probably why she's made way at half time.
Yes, and Niamh has gone in full forward, and it's herself and Cleaner inside full forward, so they're playing two inside again, and they're playing two in the half forward line, and there's still three out midfield. So as I said, Emer Connor has drifted out.
Ball now in the middle third of the field. Kildare's Niamh Sinnott does extremely well to win that. She really had to show huge determination to hold on to that under pressure. She did. Crossfield ball now as well. Kildare know they need to get the first score or two this second half. It's not that they're out of the game, they're definitely not, but to get within a couple of points of Clare, they need to get a score or two on the board early. Sarah Cribben has now raiding forward. Good football from Sarah Cribben. Nice ball inside. Good defending inside from Clare's fullback Ellie O'Gorman. The referee Seamus Mulvihill heard a bit of dissent there. Freeze taken quickly by Gráinne Harvey to Anya Keane. Anya Keane now pops it inside as far as Ciara Hickey swivels nicely out of the tackle. Excellent football. Orla David breaking forward. This is good from Clare. Nivo D has it. Clare the match yesterday for the Clare Camogie team. Pops as far as Anya Keane. Super football. Caoimhe Harvey has it. Can Clare get the finish? Great shot. What a shot, and what a save as well. Great shot from Emer O'Connor, and that was an absolutely magnificent point.
Yeah, and that was really, really well worked. That started here when Gráinne Harvey won the free in the half back line, and she worked it up. Orla Devitt has really good pace. Her old club, she came straight through the centre, found Niamh O'Dea. Niamh popped it off with a lovely pass to Anya Keane, and Anya Keane found Emer O'Connor, and Emer O'Connor was unlucky there not to get a goal, but it was a good shot. Good score.
Absolutely super play, and the support play from the Clare runners was good, because they were taking the pop pass on their own at top speed, didn't have to break their stride, and that's why they were able to cut through. But we must give credit as well to Mary Hulgreen inside in goals, because she got her hands to that ball, deflected it over the bar, but for that it could have been a second Clare goal. In the meantime, Kildare far side of the field, great football, Laura Curran in on goal, great shot, great save, 45. And while we're giving Mary Hulgreen praise at the far side, that's a magnificent save from Michaela Glynn.
Super sir. That was going to the top right hand corner. Michaela got the two arms up, dived to the right, to her right, great save.
Laura Curran really cut through the centre of the Clare defence that time, and really great shot, and Kildare very unlucky, but I suppose they'll be by the fact, Anne-Marie, that they know that there are probably scores here for them. They've got a bit of quality inside, so
yeah, if they can get the ball into those forwards, they're very dangerous. But in fairness, Clare are crowding out. Kira Hickey's still doing a job there. That ball is won really well there by Ellie O'Gorman on the ground, and she finds Caoimhe Harvey.
Superb defending from Ellie O'Gorman, fullback. Anya Keane pops it forwards as far as Fidelma Marnan does very well to hold on under pressure. Anya Keane switches the play into the middle of the field as far as Roisin Considine has been on the load of ball in this game. Gets not the best ball forward, though, it was just too high, didn't favour the forward Chloe Maloney, and Kildare now win it back, take advantage, breaking out through their midfielder Siobhan O'Sullivan under huge pressure from Niamh O'Dea. Niamh O'Dea wearing a bandage in her knee. She's got her knee isn't fully functioning, but you wouldn't know it so far, and you certainly wouldn't have known it yesterday, as the Clare Camogie team scored a really good win over Dublin. Niamh O'Dea at centre back, player of the game. Kildare breaking forward now on the right hand side of the field. Their right half back Sarah Munnelly has it with the ball forward, cut out really well by Ciara Hickey. Ciara Hickey's reading of the game has been magnificent. Supports the play, pops it off as far as Fidelma Marnan looks in field, lovely ball in as far as Siofra O'Connell at cornerback. Siofra O'Connell switches the ball to the far side of the field. Good football from Clare, holding on to the ball well. Laura Egan gets inside the Kildare half of the field, still outside the Kildare 45, bounces the ball. Not the best decision probably in the current conditions, because there's been a lot of rain. Anya Keane pops it forward as far as Fidelma Marnan. Anya Keane makes a support run again, finds Emer O'Connor coming up in the left half forward position. Emer O'Connor wins the ball at the second attempt, kicks it in field. Good football, well held inside by Caoimhe Harvey. Caoimhe Harvey looking for the pop. Kildare defending well, making it hard for Clare to break forward. Niamh O'Dea takes on the cornerback, gets the shot in, looks up, and Niamh O'Dea fouls, says the referee. Pull back, and while she got the shot in, there had been a pullback earlier, and an example again of the referee trying to play advantage on Bray.
Yeah, I think again lovely patient play from Clare there. They worked the ball around the D, just outside the D. Niamh got on the ball, there was a pull on the jersey there, and this is going to be taken again by Chloe, so it's well within Chloe's range. Chloe
Moran's going to take this free. Ellen Dowling now from Suncroft, she's being introduced as a substitute 7 minutes into the second half for Kildare, so she's going to come in for Kildare's number 10, Niamh Sennett. So that's the first change from Kildare. Clare already made a substitution at half time, bringing in Niamh O'Dea wearing number 13, but didn't start, and Niamh O'Dea was introduced at half time for Clare's full forward Grania Nolan. The shot now from Chloe Maloney, it drifts to the right and wide, and the scoreline remains as it was. Clare 1-8, Kildare 6 points, and we've had 7 minutes of the second half in this Group 4 Round 1 game. Kildare up against Clare in the intermediate ladies football championship, and the kick out now from Mary Hulgreen. It was a bit high, and Kildare struggled to win it back, but Erica Burke showed great determination to win it back, and she finds Lauren Murtock on the far side of the field. Lauren Murtock now has been involved in the play a huge amount for Kildare, breaking forward, showing great heart, great determination. Kildare holding on to the ball well. Clare drifting back in numbers, trying to make it difficult. Good ball inside, well won. Excellent football from Nasta Dooley at full forward, and Nasta Dooley showing her class there, and I suppose a really good example of what early ball can do.
Yeah, NASA was out in front of Sheafra O'Connell there. I think they're letting the ball in a little bit quicker now, Kildare, and if they can keep doing that, it will put pressure on the Clare back, so Clare need to be tight.
It's now a 4-point game. Clare 1-8, Kildare 7 points. Kildare now looking to make a second substitution. They're bringing in Clare Sullivan from Carberry, and she's being introduced 8 minutes into the second half, and just looking to see who's been brought off here. Rachel Cribble from Ballina is being taken off, and I'm slightly surprised at that, Anne-Marie, in that Rachel Cribble was on the ball a lot.
Yeah, she was. Maybe she's carrying an injury. Just keeping an eye there in the other game as well. It's still the scoreline staying the same. Leash 3-5, Sligo 1-2, and Kildare on the ball now with
they've got an opportunity here of a score, and it is over the bar, and Kildare right back into this super point there from Roisin Byrne. Again, Nasa Dooley involved, Lara Kern involved. Lara Kern, Dooley and Roisin Byrne have been very instrumental in bringing Kildare right back into this game. It's a 3-point game. Clare 1-8, Kildare 8 points, and we're aware of the quality Kildare have in that inside line, Anne-Marie, and we're seeing it now, and they really are showing that, you know, that they can create danger inside, and a lot more danger here now. The substitute has it, and she has the shot, and it's in the back of the net, mix up at the back, and Ellen Dowling puts it away. She's not on the pitch, I suppose, 2 or 3 minutes, Anne-Marie.
Yeah, very similar to the Clare goal in the first half, a little mix up in the full back line with a hand pass, and it's all even here now again.
It's all even. 2 or 3 minutes ago it was a 5-point game. Clare were leading by 5 points. Now it's level, and that was I suppose good opportunities from Ellen Dowling, a mix up from a Clare point of view, but as a forward, well, all you can do is be in the right place at the right time, put it away, and that's exactly what Ellen Dowling did, and that's why it's level. Kildare 1-8, Clare 1-8. It's all to play for. We've had exactly 10 minutes of the second half. It's been high quality. There's been 1 or 2 mistakes, but there's been some absolutely great scores, and Laura Egan now trying to set up another score for Clare, pops it back as far as Emer O'Connor. Emer O'Connor finds Fidelma Marnin. Fidelma Marnin sold the ball a couple of times, looking for somebody to make a run. She can't quite pick out a run. Kildare well set up defensively, it has to be said. They've got 3 players in front of Niamh O'Dea inside the full forward line, and she's got a player on her as well, so they're very, very well set up, and Clare trying to, I suppose, work the ball through. Niamh O'Dea has it, taking on Kildare's Erica Burke, tries to get the shot in under pressure. Good defending, really good defending, gets it off as far as Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney turns, shoots, and puts that over the bar, and that's a super score from Chloe Maloney. Very badly needed from Clare's point of view. Niamh O'Dea did well that time, Anne-Marie, to show a lot of composure and make the right decision with the pass.
Yeah, and he was under a lot of pressure there. She didn't kick, she found her player, and good link up there with Chloe Maloney.
11 minutes into the second half, Clare would have felt that they needed to respond to that goal, and they've done that. They're back in the lead by a point, and it's really good play inside from the corner forward. Excellent defending high up the field from Clare's Cleona Blake, and that's what you want to see from an inside forward, putting the pressure on.
Yeah, she put a really good pressure on there now. Yeah, just touched the ball on the ground, so she didn't okay.
So there was a technical foul, and that's why the free out was given. Lauren Murtick now breaking forward. She's been superb for Kildare, goes all over the line. Definitely a free. The linesman said it's a line ball, but I agree with the referee that was a free. It was good pressure though, good tackling back from Emer O'Connor. Stopped Kildare breaking out, but Kildare have the free. The free is going to be taken now by Sarah Munnelly, and Sarah Munnelly gives the ball back as far as Grania Kennelly at centre half back. Munnelly takes the ball back from Kennelly. Kildare now trying to build from deep. It's good football, good possession football from Sarah Munnelly. Gets it back as far as her centre forward Lara Curtin, who's been impressive, particularly in this second half. Has made a couple of great runs. Good ball, switching to play. Grace Clifford has it now. Grace Clifford taking on her player, pull back. Going to be a free end, free given away there by Roisin Constantine. A point in it. 12 minutes into the second half, 18 minutes left, all to play for. These counties met in the 2016 All-Ireland Intermediate Final in Croke Park. It was a high quality game. Kildare won it by a point, and one of the key Kildare players that day was their goalkeeper Mary Hulgrain. She saved the penalty and made a couple of great saves in general play as well. At the far side of the field, Kildare now that free drops short to Michaela Glenn. pops it off. Clare tried to break out, but lose possession. Well won back by Sean O'Sullivan. Kildare bursting forward. Great opportunity of a score for the full forward. Great shot, and it's in the back of the net. Super shot from Nasa Dooley, and Clare will be disappointed. It just shows you give the ball away at this level, you'll be punished, Emery.
Yeah, a mistake there coming out of the full back line, and what a finish by Nasa Dooley, coming in from the right hand side, and she gave Michaela no chance. Clare now will really need to hold the ball and find the player all the time. Good work there by Sheafra O'Connell. She's won a free and she's looking for Annie Keenan's space.
Sheafra O'Connell fouls.
She's from Ciara Hickey.
Yeah, takes the free to Ciara Hickey. It's now a 2-point game. Kildare 2-8. Clare 1-9. 13 minutes gone in the second half. Cueva Harvey bursting forward now, does well to hold on to possession under huge pressure from Kildare, loses possession eventually. Magnificent play from Erica Burke in winning it back, won the free, put her body on the line, and I suppose really showed the type of commitment you need to show to win a game like this. Clare now looking to make a couple of changes here as well.
I just see Tara Kelly being warmed up and Louise Woods from the banner, two runners, two very physical girls, and I've no doubt they will feature soon. Roisin Looney from the Clare Club is also warming up, so I've no doubt Roisin will feature also.
In the meantime now, Kildare going through a really good spell. One of those players who's been superb, Nasa Dooley, breaking forward with that pass, not the best pass, but great determination from Grace Clifford. She wins it back. Clifford showing great leadership inside the full forward line. Nasa Dooley has it. She finds Lara Curran. Lara Curran now taking on Clare's centre back Orla Devitt. Good composed play, but the shot at the end didn't match the build-up play, and it goes wide, and it's still a 2-point game. Kildare 2-8. Clare 1 goal and 9 points, and Clare looking to make a couple of tactical changes as well as perhaps a couple of substitutions, and we're very close as well now to the water break, so we're very nearly at the 15th minute, so presumably in the next break and play the referee Seamus Mulvihill from Kerry will break for the water break. Clare now trying to build from the back, but give the ball away again and again. It's just been evident in the last couple of minutes, a small bit of lack of composure coming out with the ball has cost Clare a few times. Nessa Dooley has it now, trying to take advantage, pops a lovely ball in as far as corner forward. Roisin Byrne goes to ground. Clare win it back.
Very good tackle there by Ellie O'Gorman. It's just worth noting there that Clare have been turned over 6 times there in the last couple of minutes, so Clare can't afford to do that going forward. Just looking at the other games, Laois have gone 4-7 to 1-2 up and against Sligo, so Laois look like they're going to win that one. Louise Woods and Tara Kelly are ready to come on now after the water break. Yeah,
so Louise Woods and Tara Kelly will be introduced, and well, they couldn't be introduced at a more important time. We've exactly 15 minutes left here in Banagher. Kildare leading Clare by 2 points. Kildare 2-8, Clare 1 goal and 9 points. It's been a high quality game. There's been some absolutely superb scores, it has to be said, and a couple of mistakes as well, and I suppose that has added to the interest, to the excitement of what's happening here. Conditions have have varied from time to time. Before the game started and for a bit of the first half there was a very strong breeze, then there was very strong rain. The rain has very heavy rain. The rain has subsequently eased off. There's still a bit of a breeze, and one thing, Anne-Marie, that has been very very noticeable here has been the very brief nature of the water breaks.
Yes, exactly. Where their Kildare team are running on again already. Clare are still in the huddle. It's just worth noting as well that the pressure that Kildare are putting on the Clare backs as they're coming out, they're forcing the turnovers and they're getting their scores, so they're putting the pressure on, and I think Clare need to keep the ball and just work like they were working the first half and just not give it away coming out of defence. So I think that's very, very important. These last 15 minutes are crucial now, so as I said, Louise Woods is on. She seems to be taking up the midfield position. She seems to be on Siobhan O'Sullivan, and Tara Kelly has also come in and she seems to be going into the corner forward position.
And the two players who have been substituted, Emer O'Connor from Cool Gaels and Fidelma Marnan from West Clare Gaels. So Tara Kelly on for Emer O'Connor and Louise Woods on for Fidelma Marnan. So they're the changes that have been made by Clare.
Emer O'Connor now and Fidelma both did very well. They worked really, really hard. It's a hard game, there's lots of running, it's really fast paced, so it's good to use the bench. Cotfer over carrying there from Emer Keane, and Kildare on the ball. They're putting so much pressure on the Clare backs coming out.
Yeah, it has to be said there's been a noticeable increase in, I suppose, the work rate of the Kildare forwards when the Clare backs have the ball. It's been very, very noticeable, and it contributed to that second goal. But just as we praise the Kildare forwards for I suppose being fairly composed and working hard when Clare have the ball, Kildare overcarry and Clare win the free, and Roisin Constable now has it, so does the ball. Nice early ball forward in as far as Tara Kelly trying to win it, but it breaks, and Tara Kelly has it again now, completing the run, and can she get the return back? No, she can't. Chloe Maloney unlucky that time not to hold on to the ball inside. Tara Kelly had made a good support run, and you can see that Kildare breaking out of defence here with real pace. Their fullback Laura Gilbert gets the ball forward, but that should be cut out, and is cut out by Ciara Hickey. Good football there from Ciara Hickey. Ciara Hickey lays it off as far as Clare's number 6, Orla Devitt. Clare bursting forward now. Good football. Orla Devitt supports that run again. Finds Tara Kelly. Tara Kelly on as a sub, just about a minute. Hops the ball a couple of times. Does well to hold on to possession. Pops it back. Chloe Maloney has it now. Can she get it? Or Nivo D has it. Can she get it onto her left foot? Nivo D has the shot. And when you badly need a score, who better to get on the ball 30 yards out but Nivo D over the bar, 1 point game.
Excellent score. It must be worth knowing there that Tara Kelly has come straight in and she's on the ball. Great run from Orla Devitt from centre back. As we said earlier, she's serious pace. Nicely worked. Louise Woods got on the ball there as well, so that'll settle those two girls. And Mary Holguin is about to kick out the ball, and it's worth noting as well that Kildare, they're starting for the kick out, the backs all crowding together and they're all bursting to the side, so she's plenty of options, and she finds her wing back there, Laura Murtha.
Yeah, both teams well coached. The Kildare player goes to ground. I did think that probably was a free out for Kildare. Now Clare would perhaps say that the Kildare player barged, but I suppose it depends where you're from. I personally felt it was a free out, and the Kildare player had gone to ground. And one thing that's very, very noticeable, both teams, Anne-Marie, well coached, well set up. They both have clear plans, and they're both really, really comfortable on the ball. And
kick-outs are so important nowadays, because obviously a lot of teams are building from the back. They're not going long with the kick-out, not all the time they're not going long, so it's important that they're worked from the full back line, so the kick-outs are really, really important. Also as well, it's worth knowing that Ciara Hickey has taken up her sweeper position again. Kildare seem to have 2 on Nivo D there. They're crowding out the centre, and there's just a break in play there now while Kildare player is getting some attention. It's dry here again now, so conditions are okay.
And unfortunately Lauren Murtagh has to go off. She's got a bit of blood on her nose, and the referee, I think, didn't award the free to anyone, so I think the right decision probably, he's going to throw it in, stop the play for that blood substitution. Kildare now quickly trying to bring in a substitute, Louise Scully from Ellistown as a blood substitute. I don't think she was expecting to come in, so she's getting ready as quickly as she can, while the Kildare left half back Lauren Murtagh still receives a bit of attention. And
just looking at the other group game, Laois are now 4-8 up against Sligo. Sligo have 1-2. Leah Turpey got another point there for Laois, so they look like they're well in control.
Quiver Harvey won that back really well there. Orla Devitt has it now. Orla Devitt gives it off as far as Chloe Maloney tries to switch to play, but there's loads of Kildare players around Nivo D. They know how good she is, but Clare win it back. Great play, really great play in the far side of the field from Orla Devitt, winning that ball back. And we've seen examples from Kildare, we've seen examples from Clare of players really literally putting their bodies on the line. And Clare now making another substitution. Roisin Looney from Curra Clare is going to be brought in, and we'll just have to see who's going to be taken off. Is the substitution going to be made before the free? Nivo D is ready to take the free, but Roisin Looney comes in, and
hopefully Roisin will be able to use her experience here. She's a really, really good girl to carry the ball, and she's making way for Gráinne Harvey, who had a great game at cornerback.
Yep. So Roisin Looney in for Gráinne Harvey. Clare not unlike Kildare, have good players on the bench, and in a game like this where there's just a point in it, and if this goes over the bar it's going to be level, the bench could be very, very important for both teams. Nivo D now about 27-28 yards out, doesn't hit it too well, but the ball almost fell to, was it Tara Kelly, but eventually, or no, in fact it was Roisin Byrne, or sorry, it was Cleena Blake from Dunbeg, and the referee awarded a free out. Kildare now bringing back in Laura Murtagh, who was off for a blood substitution, but that was was Niamh O'Dea going for a short pass there?
I think she looked like she was going for a short pass, but it was just unlucky in the end. Roisin Looney's gone in centre field now, and Laura Egan's gone back wing back, so that's the change there.
Clare now win the Kildare kick out. Niamh O'Dea has the shot, and that's over the bar, and it's level, and it's a real ding-dong game here in St. Ryan's GA Club in Banagher in Offaly. It's the 1st of November, but it mightn't be too cool, it might be too warm in terms of temperature, but it's certainly in terms of quality, it's championship quality, it's championship temperature. Excellent play from both teams. They both had periods of dominance, they both got some great scores, they both made the odd mistake, but they're both really well set up, and they both want to win this because they know that only one team comes out of this group and gets into the intermediate All-Ireland semi-final, so whoever wins it will have, well, possibly 1 foot in that semi-final. Kildare had been awarded the free, but the referee has decided now that because the Kildare player Clare Sullivan, I think, probably had something to say, he's going to throw it in, so a bit of a let off there from a Clare point of view. The ball's going to be thrown in between Chloe Maloney and Erica Burke. It's thrown in, Kildare win it back, break forward, Ciara Hickey reads it, picks up the ball from Laura Egan. Roisin Considine has it now. Every play is going to be vital now from both points of view. Roisin Looney has it, pops it back, wins it back herself, switches it in the field to Laura Egan. Laura Egan finds Anya Keane. Anya Keane finds Tara Kelly. Tara Kelly, early ball forward, good ball forward. Is it one inside? Excellent play from Cleona Blake inside the full forward line. Does well under a lot of pressure, needs support, pops it off. As far as Tara Kelly again, but Tara Kelly goes to ground, tries to win it back. 2 or 3 players going for the ball. I don't think the referee can do anything else here bar throw the ball in, because
no, that was a correct decision. Yeah, they were both on the ground and they couldn't pick up the ball, so good decision.
We've got 7 minutes left and it's level. Kildare 2-8, Clare 1-11. Kildare win it back. Super play there from Erica Burke, the Kildare midfielder.
I do think the next score is vital. We're at a pivotal stage here now, so whoever is going to be composed and take their score, it's going to good turnover there from the Clare half forward line, and it's Orla David on the ball. And
that was great bravery there from Roisin Looney. She won that back, literally put her head in order to win the ball back. Both teams showing commendable bravery. Really, really good stuff from both teams. Kildare cutting the ball out. Great stuff again from Erica Burke. She's had a super game, but the ball goes off her out over the sideline. Erica Burke is convinced that it should have been a Kildare line ball. It's a long way from where we are. The linesman was right beside us, so presumably he saw it. Roisin Considine has it now, breaking inside of 45, pops it off as far as Niamh O'Dea. Can she get the shot in? Gives it to Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney turns, shoots. That looks good. Straight over the bar. Absolutely super score. And I mean, whether it was a line ball or not, I don't know. It's a long way from where we are, but it could have been it could be a vital decision.
Absolutely, and it's a great score again. Niamh O'Dea and Chloe Maloney linking up really, really well together. 2 very tall, strong girls, very composed on the ball, very relaxed. They never panic on the ball. It's a great score, and the Kildare Grace Kennelly or Gráinne Kennelly's on the ball again.
Yeah, that was good from the goalkeeper Mary Hulgrain again. Very, very composed, under pressure at the far side of the field now. Kildare have it. Roisin Byrne, good ball forward as far as the centre forward. Laura Curran now up against Schiffer and Connell. Laura Curran does really, really well to win the ball under immense pressure, holds onto it, pops it back as far as the corner forward. Grace Clifford, the team captain, inside towards Byrne. Roisin Byrne wins the ball in the second attempt. That's really good football from Roisin Byrne. Good shot. Is it gone over the bar? It is, and it's level again, and that's a real high quality score from the Kildare number
Excellent
15
score, yeah, so it's very close game, yeah. So I'd say this is the 5th time we've been level. So
Kildare 2-9, Clare 1-12. Absolutely, it's not an exaggeration to say it's an epic battle. Really, really good stuff. That's not a great ball from Clare. Lauren Murtagh cut it out really, really well. Every time Kildare attack, they look very, very dangerous. And their wing forward has it now. Aoife Rattigan trying to break forward. Aoife Rattigan lays it off. Kildare have it again. Rattigan has it back. She looks for an inside forward. Good ball inside. As far as one of the substitutes, Ellen Dowling switches the play to the far side of the field as far as Roisin Byrne. Roisin Byrne's had a very very, very good game. She's had a good angle for a right-footed kicker into the air and straight over the bar. It took a good while for that to come down.
Yeah, when those inside forward line get the ball, they just turn and pop it over. So I think Clare needs to start cutting the supply out again. It was well worked, and Michaela is about to kick out the ball again now.
Roisin Byrne, an exceptionally good corner forward, and that really was a super score. She got a half a yard, just enough time to get the kick in, and it took a while to land, but when it did, it was between the posts and it was over the bar. Erica Burke bursting forward. Siofra Nicunnell got a hand in, and the free given away about 25 yards out. This is a great opportunity now for Kildare to go back into a 2-point lead, and there was a goal opportunity there.
We were very, very lucky there. Nessa Dooley had sneaked in behind our full back line, and she was free. She was roaring for the ball, but Laura Curran didn't see her, but it was a let off for Clare there now. So Laura's going to take this free. She's about 25-6 yards out, well within her range.
Substitution here now for Clare. Amy Sexton from Kimmeria Bricken is being brought in, and she's coming in for Cliona Blake from Dunbeg. This free now, this is going to be absolutely vital. It's about, as Emery said, roughly 25 yards out. This to put Kildare into a 2-point lead, and the centre forward has absolutely no problem. Lara Curran puts that straight over the bar. Kildare 2-11, Clare 1 goal and 12 points, and critically we have 3 minutes left of normal time, and that does include the break for the water break as well, so you might have maybe maybe not 3 minutes.
Clare need to win this kick out now. Possession is vital.
Kick out is taken, and it's really well won by Ciara Hickey. Super play from Ciara Hickey. Fouled, gives it to Laura Egan. Laura Egan now looks for somebody to make a run and gives it back as far as her goalkeeper, Michaela Glenn. Michaela Glenn lays it off, and Clare now through Ellie O'Gorman trying to break out. Ani Keane has it on the far side of the field. Ani Keane lays it off. Clare under pressure coming out. Kildare's defending high up the field has been impressive, it has to be said. It's been really good. Ciara Hickey, her pass is cut out by Erica Burke in the middle of the field, and Erica Burke now breaks forward, taking on the Clare left half back Anya Keane. Good football from Kildare, holding on to the ball. They've got a 2-point lead. They know they don't want to make any mistake and just want to be composed and hold on to that lead, and perhaps maybe add to it, but critically not give the ball away. Right half back Sarah Munnelly has it. Kildare really composed. Clare might need to push out them a small bit. Grace Clifford has it. Kildare just popping the ball around in the middle third of the field, showing a lot of experience, showing a lot of composure, and Clare just cannot get it back. They're doing everything they can, particularly Amy Sexton trying to put the pressure on, but Kildare just too composed, popping it around, switching to play as much as they can. Clare just can't seem to do anything about it. Now, can Kildare find a bit of space? They do. Really good ball forward from Siobhan O'Sullivan in as far as the substitute, and the substitute is Ellen Dowling, and she's fouled. She's made a very valuable contribution since she's come in.
Yeah, just while we had the break and play there, there was another turnover by Kildare when Clare were coming out of defence. Kildare worked the ball around the midfield area. They came around in a semicircle, and the sub for Kildare won her free in the corner, and this is going to be taken now again by Laura Curran. Maybe she'll go short. It's not the ideal angle for a right-footed player, but we saw in the first half she's well able to take her score, so she might go across the goals. She's lining up now.
Laura Curran with the shot. The key for Kildare would be that it goes dead, but it doesn't. It goes short. They would have been better off from a Kildare point of view if that ball had gone wide and just killed the play. Clare now trying to work the ball out, and it's a free out. That was a good play from Roisin Considine, won the free eventually. Clare know that they need something to happen here now fairly quickly. We're almost at the end of normal time. They've got possession far back the field. Roisin Looney gets the ball forward. Clare now breaking forward. Ani Keane might find a bit of space here, pops it off as far as Siofra Nicunnell. She gets the ball forward as far as Amy Sexton. She does exceptionally well to win under pressure from two players. Tara Kelly has it now, breaking forward. Niamh O'Dee's inside in front of goal. She's looking for the ideal ball. Niamh O'Dee has it now, pops it in. Dangerous ball. Mary Hulgrain inside in goal. She popped it in as far as Chloe Maloney. Mary Hulgrain goes to ground. and the Kildare goalkeeper showed all her experience, her quality. That was very, very good play from Mary Holgrain. Kept drawing the ball, won the free.
Yeah, it was a good ball into the square though, on a normal day, or on another day that could have gone anyway. But I think that Clare kind of need a goal now at this stage to get back into it.
At this stage they definitely do. There's 40 seconds gone in injury time, so not quite sure how much time Seamus Mulvihill is playing in terms of injury time, but probably won't be more than 2 minutes. So if Kildare can get a score out of this attack, or even, well, wouldn't be as good as the score, but if they can kill the ball, well, maybe that could be it, and maybe the next play will be the final whistle. Kildare now in on goal. They've got an opportunity here, great opportunity from the number 13, but that goes wide. That shot from Grace Clifford, definitely by her standards she'll be disappointed that didn't go over the bar. Clare take the kick out very, very quickly. Roisin Considine wins it, bursts out.
Clare need to work the ball up the field now quick and need to hold the ball and find a player.
Clare need to show a lot of composure here. Kildare need to just see this one out. The Kildare cornerback under a bit of pressure. It's good play, really good play on the far side of the field from Laura Egan. Laura Egan pops the ball back, but Laura Egan was fouled, and it's going to be interesting now to see, will Clare look to pop this over the bar? Nivo D, will she ask the referee how much time is left? Is there time for another play if she puts this over the bar and there's a kick out? But I think she's going to land it in around the square, definitely. She pops it in around the square. The goalkeeper comes out, everybody goes for it. The ball is picked up inside on the line, and that's exceptionally good defensive play from Kildare. The ball broke inside, but it was outstanding defending from Laura Gilbert. She was in the right place at the right time. And Anne-Marie, as regards a defender, a fullback, a cornerback, you want them to rely on their, I suppose, defensive instincts, and that was superb stuff from Laura Gilbert.
The keeper came off the line there. She did really, really well. She's after finding Laura Corner. Kildare are going to hold on to the ball now for that. They're going to wind the clock down, I think, and they've just won a free.
It's 2 minutes gone.
More time.
It's 2 minutes gone in injury time. Kildare leading by 2 points, 2-11 to Clare's 1-12, and well, this is definitely from a Kildare point of view, it's a great position to be in. Take the free, take a bit of time over it, and hold on to possession. That's going to be their key mantra over the next few seconds, and they do just that. Breaking forward, switching the play to the far side, over towards Roisin Byrne. She's been magnificent inside corner forward, and apt Anne-Marie that one of the players of the game, Roisin Byrne, who was superb, had the ball in her possession when the referee Seamus Mulvihill blew his whistle. The final score, Kildare 2-11, Clare 1-12, and on the balance of play, Kildare just about deserved to win it.
Just about, yeah. It was a brave effort by Clare. Both sides got very lucky goals, you could say, in a day like today. Maybe mistakes made on both full back lines or half back lines, but disappointing for Clare, but credit where credit is due. Kildare fought back. They were patient in the second half. They came out a different team. They had 6 or 7 turnovers at the start of the second half, and that was crucial to them winning this game. They worked really hard. They stopped Clare coming out. Clare were coming out a lot easier in the first half, and they stopped that in the second half. They put pressure on the kicks, and so just looking to the other game as well, Laois won that one, so Clare are meeting Laois next week and Kildare are meeting Sligo next week.
So that's it here from Banagher, a 2-point win for Kildare. They're absolutely ecstatic, as we can see, and you wouldn't blame them. It really was a tremendous battle, and really it lived up to the billing of championship. When you think of championship, you think of teams, whatever the grade, whatever the code, of putting everything on the line, going at it, giving everything they can, and both teams did that. And even though Clare were beaten, they can certainly go away with their heads held very, very high. They contributed to a very, very high quality game. Some absolutely magnificent scores from both teams. A couple of mistakes as well, but that's all part of championship. Kildare though winning it by 2 points, 2-11 to 1-12. Thanks indeed to Anne-Marie Conlon for all her work throughout the afternoon as co-commentator. Thanks to everyone who contributed earlier on as well. The chairperson of the Kildare County Board, Arthur Corrigan. Also thanks indeed to Katrina Conlon for her contribution, and to Tara Byrne from KFM and the Leinster Leader for her analysis at half time. For myself, Peter O'Connell, that's it, and we're going to leave you now with some highlights of what was an exceptionally exciting second half as Kildare held on for a 2-point victory. Nivo D has it. Clare the match yesterday for the Clare Camogie team. Pops as far as Anya Keane. Super football. Quiva Harvey has it. Can Clare get to finish? Great shot. What a shot and what a save as well. Could have been a second Clare goal. In the meantime, Kildare far side of the field. Great football. Laura Curran in on goal. Great shot. Great save. 45. And while we're giving Mary all well, Clare drifting back in numbers, trying to make it difficult. Good ball inside. Well won. Excellent football from Nasa Dooley at full forward. And Nasa Dooley
3-5, Sligo 1-2, and Kildare on the ball now with
they've got an opportunity here of a score, and it is over the bar. And Kildare right back into this super point there from Roisin Bowe, and they really are showing that that they can create danger inside, and a lot more danger here now. The substitute has it, and she has the shot, and it's in the back, and tries to get the shot in under pressure. Good defending, really good defending. Gets it off as far as Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney turns, shoots, and puts that over the bar, and that's a super score from Chloe Maloney. Possession well won back by Sean O'Sullivan. Kildare bursting forward, great opportunity of a score for the full forward, great shot, and it's in the back of the net. Super shot from Nasa Dooley. Can she get it, or Nivo D has it? Can she get it onto her left foot? Nivo D has the shot, and when you badly need a score, who better to get on the ball 30 yards out?
Going back, so that's the change there.
Clare now win the Kildare kick out. Nivo D has the shot, and that's over the bar, and it's level, and it's a real ding-dong game here. As far as Nivo D, can she get the shot in? Gives it to Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney turns, shoots, that looks good, straight over the bar. Absolutely super score. And Roisin Byrne wins the ball in the second attempt. That's really good football from Roisin Byrne. Good shot. Is it gone over the bar? It is, and it's level again, and that's a real high quality, very, very good game. She's at a good angle for a right-footed kicker into the air and straight over the bar.